What's happening, everybody? It's the Dealer Destro back with another Transformers War for Cybertron trilogy siege video. Been out the game for a little bit. You know how it goes. Sometimes life catches up with you and you got to focus your attention on other things. But with the release of these figures, I figured why not get back into the videos for a quick second. So managed to get my hands on this guy. What you're looking at here is this is the Walmart 35th anniversary exclusive Megatron that is modeled after the original animation version. It's got the cell shading application on it. And what I can tell you is from the packaging, this thing looks fantastic. Even more so, they were kind enough to do some side box artwork, and that looks great. Looks absolutely fantastic. Some slight differences on the package here is you actually have the function as his designation of Decepticon leader, and then at the top, right here, classic animation deco. So that's what the packaging looks like. 35th anniversary, Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. The Autobot insignia on the top, the Decepticon insignia to indicate what's actually in the packaging. So I'm going to go ahead and rip him out of his packaging, come back, and we'll talk about him, and I'm very excited. Alright, so I'm back. First order of business. He comes with this multilingual choking hazard warning, and then some miscellaneous verbiage on the front of that there. He also comes with set of instructions. Not quite sure how I feel about that. Certainly doesn't look as cool as the side art packaging, but again, pretty typical. A step-by-step instruction on going from robot to vehicle mode, and then there he is with some pretty good power stats. Now that I'm looking at this, like, whoa, there's a full bar, there's a full bar, full bar, 3/4 full, 3/4 full, 3/4 full. Like, it would appear that Megatron is still in full form for this outing. He comes with the same accessory that he was packaged with for his first release. Note, this version does have the cell shading paint application there. And I want to say this is a slightly lighter color than the first release. Overall, still good molding, still good sculpt work, and the paint there looks like it's applied pretty flawlessly. He also comes with Old Faithful, the cannon arm, which the cannon arm blast is something you never want to be on the receiving end of. I don't care what continuity of comic books you're from. And the paint apps on there are really, really good. Really sharp, really well applied. I don't see any sort of flaking or anything of that nature. And again, excellent detailed work on the sculpt piece there. Now, let's talk about this bad boy. As you can see, he's got the cell shaded kind of on this side here on the helmet, and that looks great. The cell shading on the chest, phenomenal. Same on this side here. There's a little bit of like overspray or something like that, and I'm going to attempt to get that off. The Decepticon insignia is tampoed on there quite flawlessly, and you'll see the cell shading paint throughout the figure. So same on this side, right there, on the lower legs here. And then turning him around, he's got some paint deco for tank mode. So, I mean, all in all, the same release we got from, I want to say, Wave 1? Maybe he was Wave 2. I don't remember. It was back sometime in January. So it's almost been a year. This figure, this mold, still, in my opinion, looks great. Even more so in the original cartoon deco. Articulation wise, I mean, there's nothing really new here because again, it's the same mold. The red though on the side and in the upper lower arm. Looks great. The paint deco on the side here looks good. It looks good there. I mean, all in all, I'm giving this a quick perusal, and it looks good. Like, there's nothing to critique as far as bad paint apps. The paint on the eyes looks wonderful. I mean, this is, I mean, this, I want to see more of this, if I'm being honest. So once again, the only things to note is the hollow bits here in the forearms, but I mean, other than that, it looks like it doesn't look as bad as some of the recent releases, such as Impactor. You still got the hollow bits here, which it's easy to overlook that, but you know, looking at the figure from the back, again, you know, you see that care that was taken in these earlier releases, and I mean, that's pretty much it. There's, like I said, nothing new about the mold. Still has the same range of articulation. The joints feel good still. It doesn't feel, it's well toleranced. Nothing feels like it's gonna, you know, untab or pop out of place. So it's, I mean, this is what you want to see for a mainline figure. $30 price point, you know, aside, we can debate that, or we can theorize about that all day long. But what I'll tell you is, me personally, as a Transformers fan, this is what I want to see more of. I want to see more of. You notice that, you know, he doesn't have the battle damage, the stuff splatter all throughout. And this might not be for everyone. Like, this cartoon look might not be for everyone. This cell shaded look. This is very reminiscent of the PlayStation game that was released around the same time that the Combiner Wars Devastator came out. I think it was called Transformers Devastation. Very reminiscent of that look. And I know we've seen a lot of customizers come out. You know, they're offering custom paint jobs and they're doing a really beautiful job painting up those masterpieces. And perhaps it could have been a combination of maybe that game, maybe, you know, folks from the Bro were watching in the groups, seeing how this look was catching on with fans, and just decided, you know, we'll try a limited release with this in Optimus Prime. And I'll tell you right now, I love this. Is this going to replace my Siege Megatron in the lineup? Probably not. He'll probably have like a spot off to the side on his own shelf somewhere with Optimus. But all in all, rock solid figure. So I'll go ahead and get him transformed, and then we'll look at how the paint apps and everything flows in the alt mode. So we'll be right back. All right, and here we have Cybertronian tank mode. And as you can see, there's remnants of paint throughout here. I'm not sure how good that's showing through on the camera, but again, you can see some of the line work here, the patchwork here, the red paint showing through there from the forearms, and again, the cell shading continued through here, and it looks really good. I mean, this looks okay. Turret is functional for the tank, and the clever bit of engineering with a blade on the gun folds back, tucks in underneath, plugs into the arm cannon to give it that full turret look. But that's what he looks like. There's the top view. There's how he cleans up on the bottom. And note, the treads aren't functional. He has these small plastic wheels there, and there you have it. So I'll get him turned back into robot mode, and we'll see how he looks among his battle-damaged brethren. Alright, so first side-by-side comparison is here he is with his battle-damaged mainline release. So you get kind of a feel for some of the differences in the paint applications. So that's what they look like side-by-side. From the back, from the other side, and last time front-to-front comparison. There he is with his loyalists from the mainline release. And as you can see, Laserbeak sits on his arm pretty nice. So you can sort of, kind of recreate the, Laserbeak. Unlike some of my other warriors, you never fail me scene. And then, taking these guys out, you can see how he compares to the Snake Starscream. So that's what that looks like. And what I can tell you is, even though he's got this animated paint deco, I think these two look good together. I still think that looks pretty decent as well. You know, even though they've, like, these got, you know, the battle damage and whatnot. But again, I think he's going to have another shelf for him and Optimus for this cel-shaded deco. Is he worth picking up? I would say most definitely, especially if you're looking for that Toon accuracy. And one thing to note too is, to me it seems like the piece that holds the head up here is better toleranced than on the main Megatron release. So that's it. Do I feel like you know, I got my money's worth? I absolutely do. I'm not even going to look back or question it. There's no regrets about this pickup. I think it's a solid ad, and you know, I appreciate the love and extra care that the current team is showing these figures. Again, it being a main release figure, I understand that they have, you know, air quotes, the suits that they have to answer to, and they have to make money and you know, things of that nature. But I think for, you know, I'm not sure how much latitude these folks are given and how much autonomy they're given, but I think working under those, you know, those constraints that come with being in a corporate environment, I think they're doing this a pretty solid job. So that's just my 2 cents. So stay tuned. I'll have the videos for the rest of the wave up, and we can talk about those figures as well. So till next time, take care. If you like what you see, please subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.